Hey gang, it's Marcos here. I am out chasing a dream this morning and I'm just excited. I was thinking a little bit about the team and some of the people that are running really hard, and I want to give you a little bit of a boost of some shortcut. And so the shortcut's always the system. It always falls back on the system, and one of the great things is the life business has a great system. I want to talk to you for a second about the Apprentice Pack. You know, when people first get started, what they're always doing is they're always telling me, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. That's one of the biggest reasons they put up their hand saying, no, I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to do this. And then when I see them get started, what I see them doing is being a salesperson. And so they're doing exactly what they told me they didn't want to do. We don't want them to do that. We don't want you to be a salesperson. We want you to follow a system. And there's a way to do this right when you're exposing this idea to people. And I'm going to tell you what the best way to learn how to do it right is. In this Apprentice Pack, there's a CD called the Checkpoint Race. And that Checkpoint Race, you ought to listen to it on the way to a plan, and you ought to listen to it on the way home from a plan, and make sure you did what Chris Brady said. See, you have to recognize you've been in a while. You've listened to some CDs, you've gone to some open meetings, you've been up maybe to a seminar. You have a totally different lens now than they have. They're skeptical. They might not realize they have a dream still. They don't think they can do this. And when you start talking to people, do not try to sell them on the features and benefits that you're excited about. It's not going to do it. They're not going to care. The only thing that matters to them is that you find their dream and you attach that dream to the reason that they need to listen to the CDs and they need to get in the meeting environment. So if you explain the business to them, they are not going to show up to the meeting and they're not going to want to do it. It's not about the business, it's about an opportunity to get their goals and dreams. And so CoverGirl does not sell makeup on TV. They sell beauty. And that's why they do that. They know no one would ever buy makeup. Who would put that gunk on their face, and who would put stuff on their face if they knew the compounds that's in there? They wouldn't. But they want to do it for beauty. And so it's the same thing here. You have to make sure you find out what motivates them. And if you don't do that and you just sell the features and benefits that you've figured out from being in this thing for a while, then you're going to fail miserably. And so you got to do the Checkpoint Race. In here, the CD, the Checkpoint Race, is going to keep you on track. Listen to it a lot of times. Take notes on it. Feel free. You should know that CD so well that you should be able to say something like, stamps, do they lose the value if you lick them? You should be able to say that, you know? You should be able to know exactly where that is and what track that's on. You've listened to that so much. And then the other one is 2 days later, you're supposed to do a follow-through. Be a professional, book it in a calendar. Let them see you book it in a calendar. See, you're going to get paid by the better you follow the system. If you get lazy and you don't book the follow-through, or you let them talk you out of it, or do the I'll call you thing, so you're not following the system. And if you do that, you're going to find out that 2 days later, you can't get back in their life and give them more CDs, which is the sales tool. You want to use the system, or that they forget they had a dream and they're not going to come to Tuesday. And so the key is listen to the CD in the stage that you're at before you go and after you go, so that you make sure you can say, oh man, I forgot, I didn't connect. Oh, I didn't transfer a feeling. Oh, I transfer a feeling, but it was my feeling about the things I'm excited about. No, it's got to be about what they're excited about. They have to believe you believe they can get it. So listen to that Checkpoint Race CD. Make sure you stay on track with it. And then 2 days later, book a follow-through. Make sure you're giving them first night materials and you're promoting it. If you go back at the follow-through and they have not listened to those materials, that means you told them too much and you didn't get them excited about listening to the materials as a possibility of them getting their dream. And so follow the Checkpoint Race, listen to it, and then do the follow-through CD. Listen to the follow-through CD when you go back to help them get more information. Make sure you listen to the follow-through CD, and then you listen to it on the way home to make sure that you followed the practices on the follow-through CD. A follow-through is not about answering all their questions. That's the quickest way to hang yourself, to answer all their questions. They're supposed to get the answers from the system. You're supposed to find their dream and lead them to the system. And so please make sure you're doing that. That's going to keep you from being frustrated. There's other great CDs in here. There's the 20-mile march that basically goes along with the Club 8180 program. There's Turn Your Rejection into Energy, which is Orrin Woodward basically saying, look, any champion's got to stay tough in the ring. Come on, this is just the way it is to succeed at anything, marriage, anything of value. And then in addition to that, there's the CD on posture by Mark and Christine Militello, who we just saw, called Gotta Have Swagger. It's a fantastic CD too. I've been listening to these CDs, doing my 180 program. I'm fired up about them, and I hope you listen to them too. And I make sure that you have them, and make sure that when you have them, you get an extra one and give it to the new person to get started, so that they start understanding, hey, that this is a business and it requires tools, and the tools are the fastest way to build it by following the system. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon. I'm out chasing my dream this morning. I'm fired up.